I wasn't here last week. There's a lot of reasons for that. I'll get to that eventually, but first, first let me just mention a couple of things briefly. I bought some new pants. I just farted twice. I bought some new pants in November, and I think I need to start paying more attention to this shit, because like I just missed out on like Black Friday and some great deals and stuff, like because I bought them like 1 week sooner. I'm just like, I hate myself for that. But anyways, I bought like 7 pairs of pants, and I actually bought some in like a few different styles and like makes, and like I think before they were all like 65 poly, 35 cotton or whatnot, and I think I got 1 or 2 that are like 100% polyester and whatnot, and I got different styles and shit. And you know what? Turns out the ones I had already were already the best ones. And just as I decide, I give them like 2 or 3 weeks each, try to break in these new things, and I don't like most of them. And so as I'm putting them in a different closet, deciding not to wear them anymore, like a couple of the other ones, they start just completely falling apart. So turns out I was right to buy them in the first place. Oh yeah. Those of you who have been here a while will recognize this! It's as big as my head. Look, my head has completely disappeared. How much is this? There's gotta be a size on here. Hold on. Serving size, 1/4 cup, 63 gram. Servings per container, 48! Okay. Well, 48 divided by 4 would be 12. So, 12 cups. Oh, here it is. Net weight 6 pounds or 10 ounces. Damn, 6 pounds, huh? Ugh. Beefing up, bruh. You even lift? Yeah, I got like 10 liquid ounces of nacho cheese sauce. And I've also got 3 quarts of beans, like refried beans, black beans if you want to be specific. So I'm going to be buying some chips this weekend. I got these from work, not much left, so I'm going to be buying a couple more bags of chips when I go shopping this weekend. But yeah, what's been going on with me? So yeah, the pants, I talked about BetterHelp briefly last week. Didn't really get too into it, I don't think. I was really tired last week. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, I was tired as hell. It's now been 3 weeks since I signed up for BetterHelp. I don't feel like I've gotten any better, but I kind of knew going into it that this was a long-term thing for me. I've got a lot of shit that I just never really dealt with in my life. You know, like a lot of the trauma from my childhood, growing up, getting beaten up on a regular basis by literally every human being that I meet. There's a lot of shit that happened in my life that had a long-lasting effect on me. And let's be honest, I'm only really reaching the point that I actually feel comfortable talking about them. I've never actually dealt with it. That was harder than it should have been. But yeah, there was this one person that they matched me up to. Like, personality-wise, I liked her. Like, I could be friends with this person. I just felt like, after 2 weeks, I didn't feel like we were a match. Like, she wasn't what I needed. Her brand just was, as I said to her, like, I just kind of feel like I think to me you feel more like a life coach, and I need more like a sounding board / mentor. No, I feel like she even said she's more goals focused, and told me I need someone more person centered, a psychoanalyst if possible. And so, yeah, like I said, I like her personally. It's just I didn't think she was really what I needed right now. So I got a new one that I've been with this week, and I feel like she's kind of milking it for all it's worth. Like on the one hand, because she has her daily hours, like, oh, I'm only in the office from like 8 to 4, so those are the only times I'll ever respond to messages. If you message me on weekends or outside of office hours and mark it as urgent, I will respond as soon as possible. But the majority of the time, like, I only do sessions during these hours, I only answer emails during these hours, and, like, on the one hand, I get it. Like, I'm happy to know that I have someone who's not necessarily addicted to work and is willing to take care of herself and take care of her own life and live for herself and make her own happiness and whatnot. On the other side, though, like, I like knowing that I had someone that any day, any time, I could send her a message and she'd usually respond within a couple hours, mostly. Like, unless, because there were times, like, get home at 2 in the morning. I'm not expecting anyone to respond to that right away. Hell, I shouldn't be sending it, but you know what? But yeah, she'd get to me the next morning, usually. So with this other woman, I feel like she's purposely, like almost on purpose, waiting until, like, as late as possible to send these messages. And then, so that she doesn't have to do as much. But that being said, like, I don't actually know what's going on the other side of the screen. So she could just be busy as hell, have a ton of customers. Who knows? I could be making more of a deal of it than it actually is. But, yeah, it's one of those catch-22 kind of things. I like it, but I hate it. Also, she keeps saying namaste at the end of every single message, and that bothers me, but we're still in that getting to know you phase, and I like that. Because, like, with the other one, that was the biggest problem with her. These chips are too salty and this cheese is too spicy, and yet I keep eating. But the problem with the first one was just that, like, basically day one, she's like, we need to set goals, and I'm like, I don't even know if I want to change. And if I do, what do I want to change? And why do I want to change it? These are all questions I never I'm not ready to ask. I think because what I want more than anything else right now is kind of like a re-examination of my life, a reaffirmation of Nathan. I'm looking back on everything that I've been through, everything that has made me who I am today, and trying to figure out what parts of it I like and want to keep, and what part of it, like, I'd rather not keep, but I understand, well, I'm okay with it if it does, like, it doesn't ruin my life, and which parts, like, oh yeah, this definitely has to change. And I also realized, like, what's been bugging me, because for, like, the past 2-3 months, it's just been a lot of restless nights, weird dreams, and just a lot of so much shit going on, and it's because my emotions are at war with each other. All those little voices in my head, every single little aspect of the personality, like all those little pieces that go into the being that is known as Nathan, they're all trying to kill each other. They're all fighting for dominance. And I think I'm going through a second puberty, because I really do feel just like I did in high school, where I'm stuck between being the person that I want to be and being the person that I feel like I need to be. Because the world has beaten a lot of these habits into me. It's told me to, I've learned to shut myself off because of all the people who have hurt me before. I've learned not to trust because there have been people in my life who have proven that they can't be trusted, but there are certain parts of me that it's just in my nature. I'm a naturally kind person. I have compassion. I'm a naturally hopeful person. No matter how much I try to say that there's no use in hoping, it's pointless and all it does is lead to more despair. Like, hope is hard to kill. Honestly, like, hope is immortal. Like, I killed the bitch and she came right back like Jesus. I can't get rid of hope, no matter how hard I try. Can't get rid of my hope, can't get rid of my compassion. But I also can't get rid of the sadness and despair, so... But I don't know. this is all shit that we're gonna try to walk through. This is why I'm going to therapy. There's a lot of shit that they pointed out to me, and a lot of shit that like, oh, they just asked the right question, and I was like, boom. I'm enjoying the experience overall. So far, no results wielded. We'll see what happens next. You know, we're still in that wait and see kind of thing. I got the TV on because I'm watching sports. It's 1:20 in the morning. How long have I been doing this video? Yeah. So there's all that. Also, like the recent last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been driving myself crazy. And like I've cried myself to sleep twice this week. And actually, earlier today, earlier today, as I was walking home, I was this close to busting out in tears. 1 second, I'm going to try not to show my dick. Hold on. There you go. I just wanted to show you guys something. I totally forgot about this for a second. I got a box of damn cookies. Peppermint brownie cookies. My boss, like his son and currently ex, made this. His 2-year-old son. Apparently his son actually does cook. And these things are so fucking delicious. Peppermint brownie cookie, dude. Like, find someone who knows how to make it, because these shit is delicious. See, little note to Nate from Trent. Trent is his son, like I said, 2 years old. And apparently already a better cook than me. But yeah. Yeah, my legs hurt. But yeah, there's this girl. And it's not the one that I talked about before. We'll call the old one Baggage. I don't know why. And we'll call the new one Frodo. So yeah, with Baggage, I don't know. I liked her, but I think it might just be straight up maturity that I realized, no, she doesn't really have any desire for me to be a long-term part of her life. And I kind of just moved on. It's not necessarily that the feelings disappeared completely, as much as I just decided not to dwell on them and live according to them, you know? But, and also, like, with Frodo, I first learned about her while I was still having a crush on Baggage, and so I just ignored Frodo, though that being said, I acknowledged that Frodo was hot. In fact, after coming to terms with and just accepting the fact that Baggage didn't want me, I actually did masturbate to Frodo. And then the very next day, she shows up at my job. Like, damn. But, yeah, she's hot as hell. Turns out, she's actually a really sweet girl. She's got a lot going on. Like, 30 years old, got a 12-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. Which, that alone kind of... I'm getting too far ahead of myself, but, like, she's funny. There's a lot of things about... I don't know that much about her, like, personally, other than the fact that she's hot. And for some reason, I feel really comfortable around her, and that's not something to take lightly. I don't feel comfortable around anybody. Like, I've known my mother my entire life. I still don't feel comfortable around her. But, so yeah, I just, started to like her, and I also kind of felt guilty about liking her so soon after, like, liking this other girl. But I'm like, there are a lot of people, like, you can fall in love with two different people at once. And me, I'm not in love with any of them. I'm intrigued by them. Like, you can be attracted to so many people at once. So, I don't know. For some reason, I felt guilty about it. I've always been the type to, like, once I decide that I want this person, I just give up. I just shut the rest of the world out. But, like, hey, it's not like there's a ring on my finger. I can like both of you at the same time, and I'm guessing neither of them like me. In fact, I know for a fact, none of them give a fuck about me. Yeah, I was actually planning to, if I saw her on New Year's, I'd be like, if you need someone to kiss at midnight, I'm available. Not saying I want to kiss you or anything. I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to kiss me, I would let you. I would allow you to do that. I am willing to make that sacrifice to help a friend. I'm going to take one for the team. But, didn't see her at all. Tuesday had the day off. Wednesday, didn't see her at all. And actually, no, I cried myself to sleep on New Year's Day. Go figure. New Year's Day, 12 o'clock struck. Guess what I was doing? Washing dishes. 15 minutes later, clocked out, went home, cried myself to sleep. It's a great start to the year. Damn. These things just 2019 started off with a bang, and this vlog is going so damn well. Go Spurs, go. Another 20-point win. I heard playoffs starting today for the NFL too. Gotta check the scores on that. But yeah. Yeah, I like her, but I know very little about her. She likes to smoke. She drinks a lot. Like, that's probably one of the things that I'm like, that definitely turns me off about her, that every single night after work, unless she's getting out at 4 in the morning, she's probably heading straight to the bar as soon as she clocks out. You're probably thinking the same thing I did. What about her 2 kids? Well, it appears as if they are not with her for some reason. And that's something else that bugs me, because it's like, she's complaining that she was in a bad mood because she didn't get to see her daughter on Christmas, which totally sucks. But it's like, on the other hand, like, she wasn't allowed to see her because she smokes weed. And I'm kind of thinking, like, if you want to see your kids and you know that doing this shit will make it so that you can't see them, stop doing this shit then. Isn't it that simple? I didn't actually say that to her because I just feel like that's the kind of thing that would make you want to punch someone but like, I was definitely thinking that. Like, you know, that's just me. If it's that important to you, you know, you can give up drinking and smoking a little bit for your kids, couldn't you? I think I could. But I don't know. It's not my life to live. And that's actually half the reason. Like, I kept wanting to ask her out and kept not seeing her. Then on Thursday, that was the other time I cried myself to sleep, because like, I saw her at work. Like, there were 5 different times when she walked right past me, did not say a single fucking word. Everyone else, she would say hi and hug him and whatnot, and me, we'd lock eyes, we'd look at each other, we're staring at each other. And she says nothing, she just keeps walking. That hurt my feelings. And haven't seen her since. But yeah, we ended up making the decision, like, I do feel comfortable around her. I'd like to be friends with her. And if she wanted to make out with me, I would be willing to let her. But I don't know if it's really worth pursuing, especially since, like, I got so much shit going on in my personal life. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure, like, all of this out. Like, this thing is not working like it should right now. And something I said to my counselors, you know, like, I'm too far broken to ever really be fixed again. So instead of trying to rebuild the car, I'm going to try to take all these junk pieces and kind of like weld them together into a pretty sculpture. Let's try to salvage whatever I can. But, yeah. I'm in no position to really be dating anybody, am I? Part of me is like, hey, you like her, go for it. Why not? You know, that's something that, like, I want to be happy. I became the person I became because I wanted to be safe. But now, like, I'm done with safe and I just want to be able to smile. And right now, the life that I live, like, I go out of my way to avoid misery, but by doing that, I end up making myself miserable. And now I'm reaching that point where, like, if I'm gonna be miserable anyways, might as well be miserable trying to accomplish something great. I'm sorry, like, I'm a slob, I know. And I got sinus issues. Weather been cold lately. Not today, though. Like, we're getting back up to the 70s this week. I gotta blow my nose. Actually, I think I pretty much talked about everything I wanted to talk about anyways. See, I'm gonna buy another bag or two of chips so I can spend the entire weekend just eating nachos. Like I said, I got this 10-ounce can, like 6 damn pounds of cheese, and three quarts of refried black beans. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm alive. I'm fine. Not really. I'm not gonna be fine. I'm never gonna be fine. But I will survive, unfortunately. I gotta go blow my nose. Later days, I don't know. It would be nice if some of y'all could comment every now and then. Like, I know you watching. I see the view count go up. Like, leave a comment, please. I miss you. I'm lonely here.